It's now 2024. When we first started with Backroads was way back in 2010. We would always get printouts of the summary of what's going to happen each day and highlights of where we were staying. So now it's set up so that it goes to our phone and we have to have a specific password to get into it. Day 1. Important information for your trip. Daily snapshot. Inside scoop. Okay, day 1. Read everything here. This panning. And now we get no printouts. Okay. What's happening each day? Day 4. Day 4. Dinner on your own. Places to eat. Okay, day 5, daily snapshot. Stored inside, so the leaders will change it for between the morning and the afternoon, so you don't have to figure out how the GPS works that much. Just sort of get it started and coop. Okay, this inside scoop. And that's the end of the story of papers that we used to get printed and now we have the electronic stuff sent to the phone. Okay, here now, viewing routes, I sort of feel like it's not that useful because it's got this technical data which is not on your lesson. So even though these are day 1, day 2, these are the programs that are put on your GPS, and you really don't have to figure this out because the leaders make sure that this is all loaded on your GPS so you can find from one place to another. Yet this is all available on your phone. I believe we got a paper copy of this trip details, and then we also got sent to us a PDF of the trip, which is this same document. Pause here, and then you can pause your screen to keep up with all this information if you plan to read it. I suspect you can get this PDF by requesting it from Backroads online. day 2 on the left, so you can back up and read day 3. Day 4 and day 5 on this page. Now these are listed as premium hotels, but 2 of the 3 hotels we stayed at, the elevator did not go up to the room completely. And then once we were inside the room, like for the Heinz Winkler, you've already seen, we had to hoof the bags all the way up 15 more steps to get it to the top of where we're actually living. So it was not for the faint of heart, and not for people who are physically challenged in their strength and climbing abilities and lifting heavy bags. I found all this just too much information to absorb and remember, so kind of very much on our leaders to lead us from day to day and tell us what's going to happen, but a lot of what went on was in the GPS device, and then for the confusing turns they would have the van close by to make sure we didn't lose our way and get going in the wrong direction. But the GPS devices are actually very helpful in keeping us from getting lost. Now when we started this back in 2010, it was all paper instructions. We didn't even have little monitors to say how far we've gone. We just sort of like, oh, maybe I've gone 2 kilometers and maybe I should be getting close to that turn, and we just had to sort of hope that we would not get too far off the track. But I got lost a lot in those early years. Finally it was 2016 when we were in Hawaii that we had our first GPS devices, and it was way more helpful than all the paper copies we ever had. So and then the other side of it is the electric assist bicycles. Made a big difference for the steep hills we had to go on in Bavaria. Same story when we were in Spain on Mallorca and Menorca. I said, oh, I'm ready for 23 miles a day. Well, not 23 miles a day with those sort of hills. So So we actually stayed for 3 days in Munich before the start of this, and we stayed at the hotel where the meeting was going to be in the morning of that 3rd day. And so we did some side trips, Neuschwanstein Castle, and then to the very depressing Dachau Memorial. And then we stayed 3 days on the other end in Salzburg. And then we traveled to Geneva, which was our final destination. Anyway, this is, again, more information than almost anybody can absorb. Yet it's all potentially useful. Hey, page 14 at the end.